Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome back for the first ever Flash Build Your Stash and Craft. The reason that I'm doing this video today is because I went to Walmart today and they had all of their Easter stuff on sale for 75% off, and I wanted to do this video so that you would have a chance to go ahead and get some of the Easter egg die kits, because if I waited, right now I'm 2 weeks ahead, and so if I waited to put it on 3 weeks from now, you wouldn't be able to get these till next year. So I'm doing this flash video, and I went to Walmart today and they had all of their Easter stuff 75% off. And so I picked up some of these PAS Easter egg coloring kits, and they have 9 die tablets in each box. And you can get, they come in 5 tablets, 6 tablets. It doesn't matter how many colors you get. It just matters that that's the tablets that you get, not the liquids or anything like that. So, but the reason I'm doing this today is because we do have enough money in our bank saved to do this, and so that's why you always want to try and save some money, because you never know when something's going to come up and you're really going to want to get it, and if you have a little extra money you can. So I wound up buying 8 packs of this. You don't have to buy that many, that's just how many I bought. You can buy 4, 2, whatever you want to, because these powders are going to go a lot further than you think they are. And so I bought 8 packs of the PAS Easter egg coloring kit, so that cost me $3. I got 4 packs for $1.48, so that was $3. At the Dollar Tree, I bought a 2-pack of these little containers, and they're the type with the snap lid on them, and that's, you do kind of want the snap lid, a really good closer, because you don't want these are dye powders and you don't want them to spill and get anywhere. And then I also bought a package of 8 of these little containers, and I did have an extra container, so I did use that container. If you only get the pack of 8 and you don't have an extra one, just make 8 colors, choose which ones you want. And then what I did was I took all the little dye tablets out and I just scribbled on a piece of paper so that I could see what color they were, because sometimes it's really hard to tell with those tablets what color they are. Some are really obvious, but there were also some that were very close. Like these 2 colors, looking at the tablets, they were very close. So I just put all 9 down and numbered them, and then I opened all of my packets and matched up my colors. If I wasn't sure what it was, I just scribbled it on the paper somewhere so that I could put it in the right pile. And then once I got all of my tablets together, then I smashed them. And the way that I did that, because you don't want this powder going all over the place, is I used a Ziploc baggie, and we do have those in our stash, and just a piece of scrap paper. And I folded the scrap paper in half. And then what I did, and the reason I put it in the paper is because I don't want the bag to get a hole in it and have these powders go puffing all over the place. This bag, because I've already done the first 6 of them, this bag is already getting a little bit worn right there, and I didn't want the powders to get all over, and I also wanted to be able to dump the powders, which they would be hard to dump them past the Ziploc part of the bag. So I wanted to be able to dump them after I was done smashing them. So you can do it any way that you want to, but I just put 2 of them down at the fold of a piece of paper, and then I just put that paper in my baggie at the bottom, made sure that they were flat, and it takes a couple good 2 or 3 whacks to get it broken, and once you break it, then it just powders up in just a whack or so. So, but I'm going to put this over on the edge of my table above where the leg is, so that it's sturdy enough to bang on this, and it's going to be some banging and some shaking, but I want to try and upload this in just one video, so I'm not going to turn the video off. And I'm just going to use a hammer. Once you hear it go flat, just kind of give it a pound all over. And then I'm going to open up my jar that goes with this color. Carefully take out my powder. And just put it right in. And if you have some extra pieces, some pieces that are a little bit large, and then just use your paper to dump it right in there. It's okay if there's a few extra larger pieces. That's not a big deal. If later on, when you've used it all up and there's just some chunks, you can smash those up a little bit, or you can put them on a piece larger like that instead of as much of a powder. And that's how you make them. And then what you do is you take a pin, make sure that you get your lid on tight, and just take a regular needle pin and just go ahead and poke a hole right in the middle of the top of your jar, right in the lid, and just poke a hole in there, and then just kind of give it a little twist to make the hole just a little bit bigger. And you don't need to, I thought about putting 2 or 3 holes, and to me, 1 hole was just fine. I actually did try a couple, and I'll show you what the rest of these look like as soon as I get the holes in them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a circle out of this. Now, this is watercolor paper, and we don't have watercolor paper in our stash, but your cardstock will work just as well to get yourself a label for them. But what I'm going to do is cut a circle, use my double-sided tape, and tape it onto my lid. The reason I'm doing that is not just so that I have the color, but it's to cover that hole. So if you don't have your double-sided tape, which we did get some for the stash, just go ahead and put a piece of regular Scotch tape over top of those holes. You don't want to leave those holes open, even though they're going to be in here, because they're so fine they'll come out if they get knocked over or something. So I'm just going to take these all off and put them at the top. And this has got some of the orange powder on it already. So I'm just going to kind of brush that over here to the side a little bit to try and keep it out of my other colors for right this second. Now these are great. You can mix them. You don't have to keep them separate. And so all I did, and I already did a red one and a blue one. Now the blue one, I had set my bottle on it just like I did right here and dumped my blue in there. And then I went to put the water on my paper. And when I did, that blue was already on there. Now I did shake a little more over here, but it was on there just from the little bit that came out, and I didn't even know it was there. That's how great these work. But just take a little bit of water and put it on your paper. And then just take your color and give it a tap. Just like that. And we'll just leave that one sit, and we'll put all of the colors out. These are just fun. They have like the Brusho powders. There's different kind of powders out there. I should have moved that instead of putting it all in one spot. They have all different sorts of these kind of powders out there in the craft stores, and as you can see, I have a little bit of blue. Maybe you can't see that, but there's a little bit of blue on that one. I must have made a mess. But these are just fun to play with. They make a really cool background. You never know exactly what you're going to get. I've already got some colors on here, and I'm getting a little color off my brush, I think. Because they're just so fine. Some of the colors will give you, like the purple's giving us a little blue and purple. The green is giving us a little green and blue, number 7. And the little bit of tapping that I did with the 3, a little bit of that orange got down here. Number 8. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I like that one a lot. Oops, I dropped my brush. So let's get some down here on number 9. Oh, and see that blue had also got down here. But that's okay. We'll just put this on top of it. And I'll show you what we've got. So this is what they turn out like. First, I'm going to just get a napkin here. I have a great big drip of water right here, and it picked up some of the orange or the yellow that I had just done, and I don't want that to roll off onto my floor. But so these are what our colors look like, and this is how they start to turn out. See, look at that green one with the blue coming up, and that is actually out of that same container. And that 7's got some green and blue. The orange is from up above. This one's got a yellow and a green. This one's kind of orange and yellow. So, and then you can spray on them and get them to run a little bit. And let's see if we spray these that are wet. See, you have to just be very careful with this powder, because look at all of this blue that showed up here and down here, and that was just from when I dumped that powder. So, but you can just do that, and then you can make them run. And you can mix two colors together. Let's, oh, spilled my water. Let's put some water here and put a few of the colors together. Let's do some blue, which is number 5. And number 6, which is purple or pink. And I think that's it. And then I'm going to give it a little spray also. Isn't that cool? And then we've got a little yellow in there from when I dumped the tablet into the 9 bottle. So this is what I wanted to show you. I think they turned out really cool. I really like them. And as far as being able to have this type of product at this cheap of a price, $5, gets you your containers, it gets you your storage holders, and these will fit in here. You can fit 6 of these into one container. And then what I will do is with the other container, I will go ahead and I will put some paper towel in there just to hold them so they don't tip over and spill. So I'll just roll up a piece of paper towel and put it here to hold those in their spot. So, but that's how you make your own little faux brushos, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am going to really have fun playing with these. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.